There we go. Peace to the gods and goddesses, kings and queens, emperors and empresses, chiefs and priests of the motherfucking land. Hope you're having a great cosmic rising or a great cosmic night, depending on when you see this video. This video is kind of going to be a trigger warning. Fuck it, it is going to be a trigger warning, bro. So, if you're not ready to hear some of the shit I'm about to hear, if you're not ready to hear it, okay, there we go. I had to get my words right. If you're not ready to hear some of the shit I'm about to say, you might as well go and leave this bitch. On top of that, anybody that come across my videos, please hit the like button. Please hit the like button. You ain't even got to subscribe. I don't give a fuck. If I can keep you engaged for more than 9 seconds, come on now. You got to go and hit that. It's free. I ain't like these other niggas always asking for money and donations and shit. I ain't like them niggas. I get my own bread, but hit that like button for a nigga. That's the only thing I care about. I want to fuck up the algorithm. That's what I want to do. But anyways, I want to talk about Americans, the state of American citizens, right? Y'all niggas not ready for war. I dare say 70% of America is 330 million Americans. Only 100, maybe 90, 80 million of them is actually mentally prepped, physically prepped. And the reason why I'm talking about that, because a lot of things just I've been seeing lately. Y'all know what's up. You know, I play a lot of Black Ops 1, 2, 3, except 7. You know, it's a lot of things that I see. Hold on, let me grab my ashtray. There we go. There's a lot of things that I see in those games that let me know that, well, I ain't even gonna say that I see. It's a lot of things in those Call of Duty games that foretell what's to come. Or they tell you about some shit that they did way back in the day, but they just ain't never classified. They ain't never declassified. They only declassified through a video game to make you think it's fake. Just like, okay, for example, y'all seen United States took over Venezuela, and you had the Venezuelan soldiers was like, them niggas was using weapons we ain't never seen a day in our lives. The shit literally, it didn't, like, the weapons they had, niggas couldn't even move. They were paralyzed. It felt like they was being microwaved from the inside out, according to what those Venezuelan soldiers were saying. They've been had technology like that, gang. They'll show you some shit like that in Black Ops 10 years ago, and you'll think it's fake. You're like, oh, they ain't got no weapons like that for real. Meanwhile, this game telling you everything you need to know. So the reason why I'm saying, bringing up Call of Duty is because it's a lot of things I see in Call of Duty that foretell what the fuck is finna come. Drone attacks, all that. Now, you got a lot of people scared because nuclear war. I keep telling niggas, they not gonna use nuclear war. Those nukes is not for every country that has nukes. They don't have nukes for each other. They have nukes for something else that's not human. I'm gonna just let y'all know. That's why they pushing this alien shit. You got Project Bluebeam and the fake alien invasion that they gonna stage with holographic, all kind of bullshit, right? I ain't here to get into all that. I'm just bringing it to you to let you know, like, it's the reason why they pushing this alien shit so hard. Not only that, they know that people is so ascended now, consciously, that niggas is not letting go of the Epstein files. Till this very day, people still want the Epstein files. Only 1% of the Epstein files was released. Bro, there's 5 million documents that have still yet to be unreleased with the Epstein case. 5 million documents. We only got a couple hundred thousand of them. We only got 1% of that, less than 1% of that shit. Imagine what's in those 5 million documents. And people want that. So now they trying to exhaust other options to keep you off of it. They like, okay, let them believe in that alien, push this alien shit, push this, push that, so everybody can feed into it. They got niggas so honed up. They got niggas so honed up on nuclear war. Just to keep you off them five. They doing all kind of strategic shit right now. You remember the last time we was rising in consciousness? The 2000s. Niggas was rising in consciousness. And in 2001, what they do? September 11th. Come on now. We was rising in consciousness. 1960s. You had the hippies, and then you had the hippie movement, which was all of your ascended white folks. And then you had the civil rights movement, all of your ascended black folks. And we was coming together. And what they do then? Slaughter niggas, bomb cities, arrest niggas, straight up kill niggas. Rest in peace for Hampton. Hippie, they straight up killed the hippies. You see what the fuck they did to them? When it comes to ascension, they don't discriminate. That's what you niggas gonna learn. Now, when it comes to genetics and all that shit, yes, there are very clear differences. Yes, a black person is a very much different species of human than a white person. Yes, that's science. No shit. Does it make one better than the other? Fuck no. But when it comes to ascending and upgrading your genetics, they don't discriminate. They clapping your dumb ass. Well, I ain't gonna say dumb ass. They clapping your smart ass. Fuck that. I ain't gonna say dumb ass. Let me check my bad. They clapping your smart ass. They gonna, what? Or if they don't clap you, they gonna be watching you. If you somebody that ain't got like you ain't got major attention on you yet, they watching you. And they gonna be doing things to kind of shadow ban and do this and do that to keep you from reaching that mass attention. But they can't stop what's destined to be. So if you like me, but you ain't got mass attention, they watching you. And they send certain people do certain things to let you know they watching you. I don't give a fuck about these niggas. I don't give a fuck what they do to me. Because I'm going to come back. And I'm just going to do more damage. Because every time I come back stronger. We all do. Come on now. But not to get too deep into that. They don't discriminate. They don't get anybody. And now we're in this, and I keep telling people, we are in the civil rights / hippie movement / ascendant movement again. Third time's a charm. Well, I mean, it's many other times, but in this specific modern age, this is our third time reaching this specific state of consciousness that they don't like. So now they like, okay, we got to do everything, and we finna start doing shit. False flags. Remember, the false flags are going to come in, y'all. I don't even like to call them false flags. I don't like to call them staged events because real people die in those situations that they do, like 9/11, like the Boston Marathon bombings, the Nashville bombings. Yeah, the school shootings. Those are real events. But they sent out, you can call me crazy, whatever you want. They sent out people that are under heavy MK Ultra. There's different levels. Niggas talk about MK Ultra, but don't even know the different levels to it. You have alpha level, beta level, delta level, and then omega. Omega is like, you know how they make like agents in the movies and shit? They be cold in the motherfucking hands, guns, all that. And they follow command. They don't never question their authority from the person that, controlled their mind like that. In them little movies, y'all gotta watch them. Like they clone Tyrone. Remember Tyrone at the end? He had his that one clone that was cold in the motherfucker. He could throw hands, shoot. He could shoot all day like John. He was like John Wick. He was a John Wick version of Tyrone. But at the end, he's still in them, beating them or whatever. But that's what Omega label. They have niggas like that. You think they don't just put this shit in movies for no reason. They have niggas like that under Omega level MK Ultra. These niggas are elite. These are what you call super soldiers. They're under such heavy mental control that any command they give them, they're going to do it. So if they tell them to go hit that school, they're going to hit that school. Niggas always think it's from bullying and shit like that. Like, nah, bro, I don't care what nobody's saying. Ain't no way. We don't all experience some form of bullying, but ain't no way bullying gets that fucking crazy to the point where you have to take another person's life. Nigga, I used to get bullied at elementary. Just because who I was and I was smart as hell. Like, I used to get bullied in elementary, but did that make me want to clap a nigga? Fuck no. I ain't give a fuck about them niggas. I'm like, shit. Because at the end of the day, niggas, I can't really say bullying. Like, niggas always tried to pick on me. But niggas ain't never just could just automatically lay hands on me because I'm gonna throw hands back. You see what I'm saying? So I can't really say bullying, but y'all get what I mean. Like, it just ain't no way, bro. And to a certain extent, it's the parents' fault, because as a parent, you're supposed to teach your child how to defend themselves. This is a real world. Some people teach they children bullshit, so they go out doing bully shit in the world. And then you got those parents that teach they children to stand up for righteousness. Anybody, you get their ass, lay them on their ass. The bullies bully. I don't want to say, yeah, the bullies bully. A bully always gonna have a bully, because that's how a bully become a bully. But to get real deep into this, they're bringing out all this shit to have your mind in all different places, except for two things: the Epstein files and these babies that's still going missing. There's more than just Epstein. It's not just him. It's a league of them niggas. It's a league of them niggas. We just don't know their names, and we ain't never seen them. Niggas don't even know who the fuck Jeffrey Epstein is. We don't even know what he rich for. At least we know Bill Gates rich off of Microsoft. Donald Trump rich off of being in the government and casinos and shit. TV star and shit. George Bush president. Obama president. Who else can I think of off the top? What's his name? Tom Cruise movies, nigga. At least P. Diddy, the music. Who else? I mean, I could think of so many niggas. Will Smith, movies, but Epstein, what the fuck he rich for? Elon Musk, Tesla, like what is he rich for? We ain't never thought to think that. We don't even know where this nigga came from. But he just been sitting back, rich as fuck, molesting children and also using them for genetic experiments to create a hybrid species, because he wanted to make a cloning lab in New Mexico. You can Google that. And why New Mexico, of all places? Because that's where all the underground bases and labs is, where go look up the Doja base with Phil Snyder. They try to wipe Phil Snyder off the internet completely. Niggas in this new day and age, we got ways of recovering old shit. Especially when you use the Wayback Machine on the internet. You can go back, you can go on the old school Cartoon Network website from 2008. Oh God, hey, y'all better tap into the Wayback Machine. That shit, you can find so much shit from the old internet in the early 08 days, 90s, and 80s. Late 80s. So niggas was gonna find out some shit regardless. So Phil Snyder, they tried to wipe him, but the nigga literally worked, had high clearance levels in the Doja base in New Mexico, was going underground. He see these big 12, 13-foot graves, as they call them. And then something happened between the graves and the military personnel, or the facility people, humans basically, nigga. Something happened between the humans and them niggas in that base, and a shootout got to going. And niggas said the Grays was dumping ray guns with a switch on that bitch, and one of the fucking beams hit his hand and he lost 3 fingers. And then you can go watch the fucking the TED Talk, as they call them, or whatever. He was talking in front of a bunch of people about his experience, his testimony. And the nigga is missing 3 fingers. I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, of course we kind of been like, oh, that's probably a work accident. We could think a lot of things, but the nigga missing 3 fingers too. You can't rule out that he probably did get shot with a ray gun with a switch on that bitch. And then when he came out with this shit, they killed him. He died. He hung himself and shot himself 5 times in the back of the head, and then threw himself out the window out a 12-story building. He killed himself. That's what they say. That's what they say. So niggas like that push that shit out. He's telling you about these underground bases. There's people with real whistleblowers. Y'all can call them crazy. I don't give a fuck. There's real people. Y'all keep thinking everybody in the fucking government is just evil. No, it's only the hierarchy niggas, the niggas that's running shit. The director of the CIA, the director of the fucking Republic, the head group of the Democrat. Like, you feel me? It ain't just everybody in that motherfucker. Because it's people in that bitch that's seeing some fuck shit. And they like, God damn, I want to tell these people what's going on. But I don't want to get killed. You know, niggas fear death. But you got some that don't give a fuck. They go under, you know, anonymous aliases and shit like that. You know, or let me use a more simple term for the hood niggas. They go under nicknames and shit like that. Secret nicknames and shit. Make secret channels and, you know, anonymous social media pages, and they post shit. They post all the documented evidence, whatever they got, to the world. Because they know somebody gonna see it. Who, they don't care who called them crazy. They know one person gonna see that shit and be like, oh, that's a whistleblower. They giving us real shit. That's why they pushing this AI shit out so hard now. So you can't tell what's real on the internet no more. You better off just finding this shit yourself in real life. You want to see some UFOs? Go UFO hunt at 3 a.m. in the morning. You gonna see them bitches. You gonna see them flying all up there. They look like stars, but they don't blink and they move faster than a plane and they make sharp turns. On God, I seen these hoes with my own eyes. I seen plenty of shit with my own eyes. Some shit I recorded, some shit I didn't record it because I just simply want to keep that between me and the universe. Like, damn, these niggas out here. Whew. It's real. There's something up there. There's something up there with advanced tech that no human can fly because it will literally melt your body, nigga. So to get into this, right? These bases, that's why Epstein wanted the cloning facility in New Mexico. Dolce base is in New Mexico. There's many other bases in Arizona. There's many, nigga, bro, I forgot that I landed in Denver airport to get to Arizona. Nigga, there's a whole underground city under the Denver airport. Cause when I thought about it, I was like, damn, I was seeing some strange looking ass elevators in that airport. And I'm like, nigga, this shit ain't even 3-4 stories up. Where the elevators going? And then let's not forget, last but not least, Utah. The Four Corners. Google it. This is where all your paranormal and UFO skinwalkers and all that shit take place at, because there's no veil there. And it's right on the 33rd parallel. Google it. Do your spiritual research. That's why that nigga wanted that facility there. It's more than